Let's eat something, shall we? Let's do it
Yeah.
cozy, like um,
After
after award.
after show tea, whatever. Yeah, I don't have snacks here right now, but should have brought some.
Wow.
But never mind. So what do we all think? It was a
In
long show. I
meinem
didn't expect it to
Imperium
be that long.
baue ich für die Effizienz.
First of all. But it was definitely an interesting show.
It was. And so many good games. And yeah, Claire Obscure definitely was
Obscure, yeah.
not on my radar. Also, the Expanse
I've
wasn't on my radar, basically. But now I know.
Hello, welcome back, Ayana. So about the Expanse, interesting enough, it wasn't on my radar either. It came onto my radar when I went to Gamescom this year in August. In the business area, I saw a booth of them. Um, it was basically a huge ass booth from Old Cat Games, and they had plenty of different games they made until now. And there was the logo of the Expanse game, but it was all behind closed doors. You couldn't really see anything. You had to make an appointment if you wanted to see the game. BRB screen is needed. Canon getting me absolutely out of context right now. Concept right now. I'm not on BRB.
No, he was. On my side, you are not. You're back.
Yeah, Canon, I think your stream is hanging.
Maybe you need to refresh it.
Yeah.
No, it's on. No, it's there's a thanks for watching and the both of us on Chen's screen. I see stream.
Yeah. Okay,
Shows me
where was
Hunter.
I? Where was I? Yeah, it was everything behind closed doors. You
Oh,
had to
the
make an
Expanse. Yeah.
appointment.
Yes.
Yeah, had to make an appointment, but sadly they didn't have any slots free, so I wasn't able to see them. But then suddenly, as if the algorithm of X is directly in your head, in your mind, reading what you're thinking about, it suddenly popped up on my timeline all over again, and they were always dropping bits and pieces of their upcoming game and explaining it with the lore of the series itself, which was very nice.
You mean like the ending of the series, how they changed and how it could progress in a way?
No, about technical details, how
Ah,
ships fly in the game and how it works in the series. For
okay. I'm sorry.
example, in The
Yeah.
Expanse, you do not have artificial gravity. So,
Yes.
not in the sense we know it from science fiction. Uh, Gravity is basically generated by thrust. When the ship moves, you have some kind of artificial gravity inside the ship. So that's how the series works. Pretty much realistic. And like they showed on the show today with their little video about vibrations coming through the magnetized boots when things happening. So I'm looking forward to that one.
And also how the moving due to the gravity field.
Hmm.
The dog is getting a
I
treat in the back. That's
the
why
dog
it's
is
so
getting a treat.
loud.
I want a treat right now. So I think that could be one of the very interesting games next year. I think it wasn't on the no, it wasn't on the last category. Obviously not. It's not out yet.
No, they
But
also have not like a release date yet on the
yeah,
page.
it's still hard in development. But no, that one could be very interesting. I could imagine it's going to be pretty realistic, which could turn off some players because it might get too complicated. But who knows? You never
Yeah,
know.
could be. And it's again a single player game, so I'm wondering if they would add multiplayer or co-op in a way, which could be very
Okay.
fun. But I could also think that this is getting quite complicated then.
But isn't it nice to have in the last 2 years, or let's say in the last 3 years, to have really a bunch of very good single player games again, and not only multiplayer games?
Yes.
Because I had
Yeah.
the feeling we were oversaturated with multiplayer games, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's basically a survival game, more or less, uh, most of the
Survival
time,
or battle
or
royale
shooter.
in some way.
Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
and I'm super happy to have some very good single player games again. Just something I can play for myself, because it might sound strange, but sometimes I just want to play something for myself and dive into a story.
What?
What?
What? You want to play for yourself? How? You need to get
How?
other people. No, uh, that's totally nice indeed.
Yeah, and the
Indeed.
winner of the evening, obviously Claire Obscure, I would
Indeed.
say.
I will definitely check them out. Also, I
Mm.
saw that on the Xbox Game Pass side, all the games which were announced, which are in the pass, you have a full page of it with the altars
Hmm.
as well in it. So this
That's nice,
is
yeah.
also Hollow Knight. I think was in there. If I
Yeah, Silksong I
saw
saw.
Peak, no
There
Peak, not
is a
sorry.
lot. There's a lot. Peak is Peak?
No, no, I
Peak
think
also?
no, I think
No,
Peak was not on it.
no, and I think Repo is also not there. But yeah, I could imagine, by the way, just to drive away from Clay Obscura a little bit, community games. I was not very surprised that Peak and Repo were, in fact, on the list, because they are great community games. At least when I watch people are having a lot of fun with their communities playing these games.
Oh yeah, like back in a few years back with Among Us or something, where they also had like those games or Phasmo in a way.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
among I would say Among Us maybe a little bit more than Phasmo even. I think there was some kind of controversy around Phasmo, but it's still being played by some people. So plenty of people, especially around Halloween, and they've did a lot of updates for Phasmo.
Imagine
Yeah,
I'm
but
not finding the page again. It was like a pop up when I wanted to
the
check if yeah.
the Xbox Game Pass page or
Mm,
the
with
Steam page?
no the Game Pass page where they had all of them in there from the Game Awards. I thought. Well, never mind.
Physical.
There
Okay.
was everything in comparison, but yeah. But yeah, I'm also curious because you were mentioning in Claire Obscure when they announced like the support performing act that
Mhm.
it does have a controversial character in a way and that you like it to have.
I I like controversial characters. There is nothing more boring than characters who know everything right from the start, who do not grow with the story, who, well, do not have any flaws. It makes characters absolutely boring. And every good game I've played until now have characters that do not have a Wild West. They are a little bit controversial. They have their problems, and they try to grow with the story when the story progresses. When you, for example, see Cyberpunk 2077, when you play V, she or him, depends on what you pick,
Him, they, whoever, how they want to be called.
really has a lot of trouble, always depending on which path you're taking, and you try to grow, you're trying to um yeah, you try to get acquainted with the idea of you could be dying in future. You have to yeah, find your path through Night City, and that's what I like, or one of the things I like about Cyberpunk. It's an interesting character. They're not black and white in any way. So most of the characters are not even black and white. I mean, of course, there are characters which you really hate. Adam Smasher, for example. But yeah,
But they make it spicy in a way, or like not boring as you're
Mm.
saying, because they have so much depth or of their character. Like not in the normal, you don't know particularly how they might progress if they come to your side, be good to you or not. So they definitely make it interesting.
yeah, yeah. And the most interesting is always when you do not have the definitive hero or the definitive villain. You have to fight against. Um, because if you have the definitive villain, you see him usually right at the start, and you know how the story is going to end for that character. And sometimes you even see that in some series or movies where you think, "Hey, I see why you are a bad person. I somehow see why you're a bad person. I think your decision is wrong." And at some point, maybe at some point, you think, for example, he doesn't deserve that end, even if he's a bad person, because the circumstances made him how he is right now.
Yeah, it makes you relatable to, or like you can grow with
Yeah,
that character basically. Then you somehow, maybe it's also like the wish or the curiosity if you might change their future in a way, you know, that it would just be different.
yeah. It's the cinema in your head. What could have happened if something? How could this person be if something different has happened earlier on? Yeah,
So true. What I also wanted to ask you, what you were mentioning in regards of GTA 6, like the mixed feelings,
yeah. I don't
because
know
of
how I
because of
feel
the
about GTA
layoffs
6.
things they had and stuff, or
Um, so yeah, so for once, they pushed back GTA 6. That's one of the things. Then Rockstar Games did lay off, I think it was around 30 to 40 employees. And there is this thing going on. Uh, so the company claims they fired them due to gross misconduct, whatever that means. But there's the the other side of the coin, where people claim that Rockstar seems to be accused of union busting. Like, the working conditions are not good, seem to be not good at Rockstar. The developers try to align with the union to get unionized, and Rockstar's doing anything they can against that. So that's why I have a mixed feeling about GTA 6 right now.
Makes sense, yeah. Especially like, but in regards of like the pushback in a way, do you think it's negative because they could have seen it sooner? By the way, they don't get this disturbed by the dog's tail, basically, because I just got distracted. So, yeah, due to the pushback, because you have some pushbacks are good due to the fact that they want to have to include the quality or refine the quality of the game.
It's it's good if you push back a game when you want to ensure a proper quality of the game. What I don't like about the game industry, and you've been hearing that from a lot of studios, that people are working plenty of overtime. The so-called crunch is happening, and they have a fixed deadline where the game has to be out because of investor relations. And basically, developers, artists, and the entire team is working. How should I say that? They're working to death. I don't like that. I rather wait a year longer for a game and then have a proper game, and I know no one is suffering for that. I'm
Yeah.
just imagining how did we survive waiting for a sequel of a game back in the days, like 20 years ago. I didn't feel it was that much of a problem back then.
Yeah, because we were
But I could
used to, because now so much things are happening really quickly.
Yeah, maybe also the game's expectations were a bit lower back then.
Yeah.
You weren't expecting to have the next iteration of the game just next year, or I mean, when you look at Call of Duty, that's insane. They are basically there. I think it's two studios working on Call of Duty just to get a game out yearly, more or less, or every 2 years. Oh, I'm asking myself why.
Yes, indeed. Especially
It,
when you combine those games from
yeah.
the level, like what has changed, what is different now. Yeah, the movement may be different, but that's the evolvement basically. But
Mm,
what content like, or like story wise, so what has changed? Because yeah, not so much
mm,
can happen in 1 year, so you need at least like 2 or 5 years to have like another technology spike to really see a difference in some ways,
yeah.
or get a mobile game. Just kidding.
So if I would say, uh, like 20 years back, I would have said fast development would have made more sense because back then technology was developing so incredibly fast. You had faster PCs every year, um, better memory, better GPUs, especially GPUs were developing like crazy. But nowadays, hardware development is more or less stuck. The graphics don't look better all of a sudden. Like if you look at the difference from RTX 4090, the graphics quality, and the RTX 5090, in my opinion, there is not much difference that would justify for a game series to get the next iteration out in just 1 year just to get onto new technology.
True.
I think I think you would do the gamer or the players a favor if you just wait, let's say, 1 or 2 more years. But that's the fast developing games. How did we get there? I think it was about should we postpone a game, um, or what are reasons to postpone a game? Yes, to ensure quality. I think that's obviously a good reason, and to take some pressure off your team.
Mm.
These are definitely good reasons.
Yeah, and if you
I need to
plan
play.
it like for real in a way, or make it transparent, what exactly? Because a lot of games have been postponed somehow to like, hey, we need to fix some things close to the ending, where it could be sometimes also a little bit difficult in a way. Because also I was thinking about if developers would have the time, because they do have other maybe publishers or regarding the deadlines, if you wait really like 1 or 2 years, could it be due to everything happening so fast that some people might lose interest in your game? That's why they try to like put everything out instead of like the quality ones,
Yeah,
in regards of the investment they put, and then what it's happening. Because if we had maybe released the game 2 years ago, it would be a blast, and now we release it and it's shit, for example, or like the audience moved on.
I mean there will obviously be market studies happening all the time. Uh, when they initially announce a game like GTA 6, obviously they are creating some kind of hype, and they need to go with that wave of hype. And if you wait too long, yes, maybe people will not care anymore at some point. I don't think that would be the case with a huge game like GTA 6, because GTA is a big brand. People will even be interested if they need 2 more years.
Mm,
I don't think that's a problem for them. I think this problem about trying to get the hype, trying to get people jump on a sequel, would be more for smaller games, if they try to do a sequel. Because smaller brands which are not that established right now could maybe quickly lose some interest, which is sad, by the way.
or investments, basically. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think the main driver, at least for the bigger games like GTA, why they are pushing so incredibly fast are investments. There's a lot
Hmm.
of money uh, in those, and you need the cash flowing.
Absolutely, yeah. It has also been,
It's
I
just
think it was already quite expensive, right, developing a game, also for the salary and the people and the technique or the hardware, basically. Now we need AMD processors for the hardware of the year.
yeah. We learned today we need AMD processors. The 9950 X3D, not sponsored here, but got an award because something, you know.
Yeah, true. And it's also
Um,
interesting if we do a recap of the awards, what has won. There's Repo, as you said, like Peak. Those are, if you look closely, on a different level in the quality, but not on. I don't want to say like the graphics is not good. That's not what I want. They do have a different focus, basically, on mechanics, movement, which make it more
mm.
fun to play, which don't have like the best, or maybe it was also intentional to have specific figures looking like that, instead of like a Claire obscure expedition which has like visuals and stuff like top notch or something.
So I think on the show there were some outstanding games, especially when you look at their development. You mentioned Peak right now. The core game for Peak, so excluding polishing, testing, etc., the core game of Peak took them 4 weeks to develop.
That is fast.
That's fast. It looks simple. The game principle is simple, and it's a lot of fun. I think that shows you do not need a vast open world to have a successful game.
No. Also, just maybe sometimes it's just simple and fun, and
Yeah,
they
simple and fun.
totally hit that. Also, Repo, I think, hits that very good, where it's not important to have like the best visual graphics or specific things. It's just like for peak, you just need to go up and try it in the
Yeah,
most fast or fun way, and things happen, and it just has a dynamic which automatically happens with the people you're playing, and is maybe somehow catching.
it is. I mean, it's definitely catching. So it's a good community. It's a good community game. I think Repo was a bit longer, but also not that long. I think I read something about 6 months they took to create Repo, and they had this project apparently ongoing, and in the last 3 months they decided to put some kind of horror element into that. So that's why what you basically see. And they were more or less like saying, hey, we have no clue what we should be um doing. They were also crunching on that game, trying to get that out, and then basically said, hey, let's just fail quickly. And it was a success.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
from what I read, that studio was about to go bankrupt. But it
I
also
think.
shows Repo is a simple game. You collect trash, put it into a carriage, and bring that one to extract, get money. But you shouldn't get killed by the environment. It's a super simple game principle. You can play with your friends, and it's funny. Just blow up stuff and get trash.
And got jump scares or something like.
Yeah, you
And
get jump
problem.
scared.
Wasn't Repo also the game where you could hear each other in game in a way?
You can hear each other in game, yeah,
Where
and you
they
have
also had this
some.
walkie-talkie, which seems to be a thing on on some
Mhm.
ends.
And you have some voice changing. For example, if your character is dead, you have super weird voice changing happening. Yeah, a
Which is
fun
also
community game.
fun, like to have this little detail in a way. It's like, hey, I'm
Yeah,
dead. I will just still talk to you. I will
yeah.
hunt you down and stuff.
So yeah, best multiplayer game, Peak. Best storytelling, Claire Obscure, who was the winner with 60% of the votes.
That was crazy. Regarding not only the games, did you realize on the stage this too? Like, was it for the teleprompter, like a hologram? She
The
could read it.
teleprompter, yeah. These were two
That was
prompters, yeah.
very interesting. I was so focused on those things. Like, can I read something? Is that like a
Uh,
hologram thinking thingy doing? Um, yeah,
It's
which
it's
was really.
basically like a mirrored glass. Um, you can see it only from one side. You can't see it from the other side.
Oh, nice. That was very. That was very fun.
And did you also see they went down every time they showed
Yes,
something on the screen? They went down just to not attract any
yes,
views. So very good.
indeed. What I find a little bit sad, but I think you also realized that when they had the videos played, especially like the interview videos, that the audio was not very good mixed. I'm not sure if the people in the location had a better audio than we had. Um, it was good when they just switched to the video itself
Hmm.
instead of like the room, the location.
Yeah, I
But
had
that's
the
what's
feeling
just happening with life.
the microphones on the stage were picking up a lot of the room
Mm,
noise, which was very unfortunate because some of the videos were very hard to understand, and there were
yes.
times where just where I was just thinking, "Hey, guys, just shut up for a moment. This event is going 2 hours. Can't you shut up for 2 hours, please?"
It seems
I
not.
mean, no, no, people cannot shut up for 2 hours. I've been to a company event earlier this year, Nuremberg. Also big hall, and people were presenting stuff on stage, how the company's doing, and whatever. And you're all around you. People were talking, they were chatting, they were having a conversation about whatever. I don't know what it was about, and I was thinking at some point, guys, if you're not interested what's on the stage, go outside. There's snacks and drinks. No,
Yes.
that's that. I'm getting a little bit impatient when people do that. I'm getting a bit unhappy then.
Yeah, because it's also disturbing all the others who want to pay attention, basically, or maybe want to see what's on the stage or performance, whatever it is, basically.
Mhm.
And if you're just disturbed because they are just there talking and disturb you, because, hey, if you don't want to watch it, move.
Why are you here?
Yeah.
God damn it. Yeah. But there were also games today I've never heard about, honestly. Split Fiction, for example.
With the brick fiction.
Br- Rematch,
Yeah.
Sword of the Sea. Never heard about it.
Rematch really reminded me of Fortnite playing football.
Rematch was that football game, right?
Yes.
We just switched tracks here
It's
because
also in the Xbox Game Pass.
also in the
Not
yeah, we
sponsored.
could play football. I had one sponsoring from Xbox Game Pass. It was
So you
okay.
could do, so you can say sponsored by Xbox Gaming.
No, the sponsoring is already over. It was when was it? I think in
Okay.
April. Yeah, Sword of the Sea looked interesting. Never heard about. Uh Another game I always wanted to touch. I have it in my backlog. Is Atomfall.
Oh yeah, I also have that on my list. Yes. It also
because
looked very interesting.
because it always gave me vibes of Fallout for some reason,
Yeah,
which
Fallout
was
and
very
Stalker in a way.
Fallout and Stalker. Yeah,
Yeah, true.
Still Wakes the Deep. Never heard about
I'm
it.
still a little bit sad that Two Point Museum didn't win an award. I think that would have been so fun.
2 Point Museum. Yeah, what was it? Best
Best
sound design,
audio
right?
design, yeah.
Mm, best audio design. Yeah, all the slashes, all the bings, and the rings and whatever. I could have. I mean, why wasn't Power Wash Simulator 2 nominated for best audio design?
Maybe it was too late released. It was wasn't it like October? No, November, right?
Yeah,
When was
November.
it?
That might be too
Yeah.
late. Yeah.
But can we talk about the baby steps again? And your
Baby
feeling
steps.
about baby steps?
Oh my god, baby steps.
If you haven't seen, guys, you need to go to Chen's YouTube channel and check out his shorts and also the streams regarding baby steps. How can a person inside himself cry as loud as possible? Because the game is just fucking with you.
The
Basically,
game is
frustrating.
Baby Steps is probably the most trashy and horrendous, but also the best game I've ever played. It has the 200% rage factor, and wants you honestly to play more. You want to get over this. You want to get over the tree trunk without falling again. You want to get over the hill without falling down. But it's so incredibly annoying. I just hate it. And I want to
But
play more of it.
yeah,
Same time.
that's a fun thing regarding, because if normally people say like they hate it, they just like rage quit and say, hey, this is a, we just stop. But it's this love hate relationship in a way. You cannot get rid of it. It's like you still want to. Is it like maybe the eagerness, like I want to, like really want to get it there, and then get frustrated because of like little mechanics which are meant to be difficult, or in that way to
Yeah,
just keep you busy.
I mean, it's also how can it's so incredibly silly. I don't know.
Make a game which is like, hey, you learn movement again, have strange sound effects in it, and you walk and just fall down like the
I
peak,
mean,
woo, slide down.
there's another game which is very similar, and I tested that one. It's also on my YouTube channel. A video about it. It's paddle, paddle, paddle. You basically, it's a co-op game. You can play it single player if you want to, but it's more a co-op game, and you have to paddle in a boat on a small strip of water with things flying at you, like in Indiana Jones, swinging and maybe knocking you off. And it's another rage game. It's from an indie dev. I think it's a German dude. He created that game in about a week or something, and he's been selling thousands to hundred thousands of copies now. But that's one of those games where I have to say it's so super annoying. I hate it.
And is it
But
that kind of game where you still want to continue, or is it like, oh no, I need to get far away from the game as
I
far as
think if I
possible?
find someone to play it with, I would probably continue. But on a single player side, I'm more or less done with it because it's very hard. It's very hard. It's very rage worthy. Maybe that's the future of gaming. Make games where people rage,
Or hate
but
each
please,
other. I don't know.
or hate each other. Yeah, you could play Arc Raiders for that one.
Either that or what I was referring actually to, in regards of uh, the pedal would be Overcooked, for example, where you also had like co-op things
Overcooked.
where your
Mhm.
teammate could mess up things and you just hate it. So I have a feeling that could be also very dangerous to play it with people.
Yeah, probably.
And friendships could break, hopefully not, but would be a good test in some ways. But can we talk about how little attention actually, or like also not award winning, Indiana Jones, the game, got?
Yeah.
It was kind of sad. So
Um.
was it that bad, or were the others just better? Didn't we need an Indiana Jones game? Or I'm just wondering because this is just a huge title in a way, and it got so little attention.
Yes. I agree. It was kind of sad. Let me quickly check. So I mean, it's been out for a while, so it was nominated for the best game expansion, The Order of Giants. Yeah, best lead performer, best supporting role, and what was the ultimate game of the year?
The ultimate game of the year was Clair Obscur on first place,
Obscure, yeah, yeah.
closely followed by Kingdom Come.
That was also very interesting, seeing all those rewards, because Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 also got not a lot of attention during the show, which was very surprising because it is a good game. It's a good game. And seeing it on the second place of the ultimate game of the year was very surprising to me all of a sudden.
True.
Also, having Silksong only on fourth place was very surprising to me.
Yes, and having Split Fiction on 3, which was also in one other area nominated, I think. Yeah, I think it was one other. And they got like on 3.
Best multiplayer game. They were nominated for
Yes.
best multiplayer game.
Yes. And they lost it. But yeah, they had difficult opponents in those, especially when you had like Claire Obscure in it. I think it was
Yeah.
really difficult.
But that shows again that this year has been tremendously good for us gamers when it comes to video games. This year has been a treat.
Yeah, actually, a
What?
lot of good games came out, and maybe we should think about like a recap of the year what happened, because normally,
Yeah.
if we're just talking about it, I was like, ah, what actually happened? Like, okay, we got Dune, that was mainly the thing, but
Hmm.
in regards of all the good games they also announced there, it's like, oh yeah, they were also there this year, like
Hmm.
released. It's like, oh, I hadn't had them like in my head because I just did not play them. But
I
still, it's
felt
good to
sorry.
validate them.
I felt sorry for Dune Awakening a little bit.
Yes,
Oh, the
I love
camera's
it.
on focus.
Still, it's a good game.
Hello.
Yeah, we're doing the
I
ooh,
need to do my magic hands here to
give me all
focus
your
here.
thoughts.
No, Dune Awakening did surprise me that, uh, well, PC Game of the Year, and that's it.
Only on one part, right? Yeah, but
And
okay.
they were not even in the top 3 of the PC Game of the Year, which also very surprised me.
Yeah.
Maybe it was because of the issues Dune Awakening had over the year. Bugs.
Yeah, but still, yeah, okay.
People
Some
felt not
some.
enough content, maybe. But honestly, I think Dune Awakening has enough content. So there was a lot of complaint about not having enough content. But there's here's the thing: if you play like 150 hours in just 1 week, that's
Every game would be
that's
every
nothing.
multiplayer game. You would have that like open world game. You would reach somehow an end or like repetitive thing because you have like
Yeah.
150 hours playing it round and round and round.
Yeah, and story designers cannot keep up with the 150-hour grind a week.
The binge
You need to
gaming,
give them
the
give them
binge
some time. Yeah.
gaming.
Uh, I do what I get. I get when people say, "Hey, in Dune Awakening, the deep desert, they expected more, especially from PvP. Apparently, the PvP gaming is not the best in the deep desert." Um,
I think we also need to consider that regarding. I think we also have the discussion also in Hunt in a way, but this is more PvP. But if you have games running side by side PvE and PvP, there's also a side who's not happy in a way. Either it's the
Yeah.
PvE, like, hey, I don't want to have like the PvP action. I just want to have my area with games. I think the Division, they also had it in a way where you had like the PvE side very strong, and people for PvP were complaining, oh, we need to have like this area and we need more content, and the
Mm.
others were like, we don't want to go there. Why do we need from the story to go in there and
Mm.
have people, bless you, um not like, yeah, just don't like you,
Uh,
that you don't like the game anymore because you have so much PvP action when you want to have PvE, basically.
Ayana and Kenron will probably remember about Sea of Thieves. There was a huge discussion. It's probably still ongoing because Sea of Thieves has a lot of PvE content, but the map is PvP. So you drop in, you can get loot, you can do tall tales, missions, and whatever. The frustrating thing about Sea of Thieves was always you work 4 hours straight to do a quest because quests in Sea of Thieves are long. You want to turn it in to get your cash and your reward, and then you get dumped on by another player and get sunk. That was the most frustrating thing, and obviously people were complaining about that and were asking for PVE only service. Sea of Thieves did something like that, where you get less rewards. But the positive side about the PVE only service is you can at least do your story missions, so your tall tales in peace, without getting destroyed in the middle of your story quest.
Yeah, and I can imagine that some people really like to annoy people in PvP
Mm.
to get their stuff and such. So then it's difficult to have like PvE and PvP elements in on the same server.
We had one occasion. I think I was playing with Zerbius back then. Zerbius, Iona, and Kenron. We were doing the Pirates of the Caribbean Tall Tales, and we were spawn cam. So the Tall Tale for
Oh,
Pirates of the
that's bad.
Caribbean
Hmm.
is pure PvE content. There's you do not get any benefit if you kill all the players who are working on that quest. But we had someone not sinking our ship, so we would be able to reset entirely. No, they kept our ship alive, and they were just spawn camping us. So as soon as we spawned again, they shot us, so we go down. Um, that's super frustrating because if your ship is still alive, you cannot do anything against it except for logging out and logging back in and start from new.
That's, yeah. I can totally that is the sad part, that it you like a game, but some players let you hate the game, which is not like correct, because it's more they are abusing the game for their fun,
Yeah,
maybe.
they are basically abusing the game mechanics for the benefit. Um, I think. Excuse me. You still hate it? You hate Sea of Thieves? No, you hate the occasion when people spawn
You
camp.
hate
Yeah.
the PvP players who just annoy you and let you not play the PvE
I mean, in
version.
fair PvP, we were good in Sea of Thieves. I would say we were good, but no. What I hate is when players try to abuse the system to not play fair. I think there's one thing about, yes, you're allowed to do it, but the other thing is, am I acting like an asshole? these are the two sides of the coin. Yes, you can do some things. The games allows you to do it, but am I me? Am I a dickhead in this case? But maybe I'm too nice for this world when it comes to that.
You are definitely nice. So yeah, maybe it could be, or some other people, due to the fact that they don't, or they can hide behind some things, want to annoy other people, which is kind of sad in a way. Einen wunderschönen guten Abend. Hier ist die Stimme aus dem Off. Hallo
Hallo,
Philipp,
hallo
grüß
Stimme
dich.
aus dem Off. Heute bin ich
Herzlich
die Stimme
willkommen.
aus dem Off.
Oder aber heute mit Gesicht.
Das
but
Off
can
hat
we?
das ein Gesicht.
True,
Ja.
but can we also talk about The Sims? Like this
25
hidden
years of Sims.
performance. Like, hey, they just dropped Sims, like, and announced like 25 years. Maybe something new is happening. Nobody knows. They're not telling anything. Like,
Yeah,
they
I
still
didn't
going.
I didn't understand. So I mean, the main point was they added The Sims to the Hall of Fame of the Golden Joystick Award. Deserved, deserved for that series. Honestly, I grew up with Sims a little bit. It helped me through a few bad times when I came back to Germany back then.
And
It was a nice game.
Isn't that the good part about gaming? That it could just
Mm,
help you through hard times, or also enjoy you, or increase the good
yeah,
times. It's just a good
yeah.
companion in many ways.
But I cannot believe it's already 25 years.
That is crazy. That is really,
That,
really crazy.
that's
And I need
such
to
a
be,
long time.
and I need to be honest. I think the first parts of The Sims, I did not get why people are playing it. I think starting maybe Sims 3 or latest Sims 4, then I got somehow hooked, because maybe I understood the mechanics or why someone is doing that. I don't know. It was so abstract in a way. Like, why should I play with puppets in a way, in a puppet house, and they talk Simlish in a way? Like, what is happening there? Why should I do that? It's an art by itself,
So,
definitely.
Phil, wie geht's dir übrigens? Ich hoffe, dir geht's gut.
Auf einer Skala von 1 bis 10. Wie geht's dir?
Ja.
Wobei 1 das Schlechteste ist und 10 das Größte. Wie geht's dir heute? Wir machen heute Skala.
Was, so here in Germany, there was a big controversy, or a big controversial topic here in Germany when The Sims came out. The Sims 1 was very popular in Germany back then. I mean, I think it was even a German studio developing it.
Yeah, could be.
And it was all over the media, and
True.
you had parents and teachers worrying that kids get dumb. And maybe kids become dumb, or uh, maybe you will not be able to talk properly anymore after playing this game.
Kubizu kubazu.
because because some were even talking like that on the schoolyard, which was super funny. Even at my school, we were making jokes about The Sims. So we every time a teacher passed by, we were talking, trying to talk in Simlish. We had no clue what we were actually saying to each other, but we were just doing it just to confuse our teachers. Eine solide 8. Ah. Bei mir ist es eine solide 7 von 10. Höher gehe ich nicht. Nie.
Flo ist nicht zu hoch, es könnte gut werden. Also ich hatte, glaube ich, am Anfang des Tages war ja eine 6. War ein bisschen ein anstrengender Tag. Aber jetzt so zum Ende hin würde ich ihm eine 9 geben.
Hey, du warst immer zu spät.
Es wird zum Ende hin immer besser.
Ein gewisser Herr Castro ist jetzt IT-Ausbilder. Entschuldigung,
Wer,
ich habe
wer
eine
wird
Mail gekriegt.
IT-Ausbilder? Was?
Gewisser Herr Castor.
Ein Herr Oh, IT-Aus... Oh.
Ja. Ich will
Ah.
den Vornamen extra nicht auf dem Stream sagen. Ja. Der hat eine Benachrichtigung gerade gekriegt.
Ja, sehr schön. IT-Ausbilder. Herzlichen Glückwunsch. Yeah, but The Sims, yeah, they were. Wasn't that
When was
also
it?
the time when Second Life was also close, starting a few years after that? You know,
Oh
like this
yeah,
virtual
Second Life.
avatar. Wasn't that also like this?
Mm.
Or do I mix it up right now? I'm not sure.
Yeah, Second Life was similar. I did play Second Life for a little bit to check it out, what's going on there. It's weird.
That's a nice description. Definitely.
It was
I
extremely
feel what you're
weird.
meaning.
It's I would say the modern version of Second Life is VRChat. No, what
Ooh.
people were doing, so basically you could earn money in game. You could build or buy a house. You could even create things. You can little 3D models of objects. You could create objects. You can paint something and sell it in game. You could script things and sell it in game. So it was basically, yeah, a second life. The problem is with a second life, when you see people coming into sexual relationships in game, that's where I quickly closed the game and never touched it again.
Yeah.
I think that's also the reason why I'm not touching VR chat.
Yeah. Understandable.
I'm not into something like that.
I like my life. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
like my real life.
True.
No.
But what I really, really find fascinating that Donkey Kong got the Critics' Choice Award.
I
And
want to
we
play
had
this
the
game so
discussion
badly.
in while they were viewing it, like, hey, do you
Mm.
remember the Game Boy times where you also had like Donkey
Mm.
Kong, and then followed up by all the others? I'm not
Mm.
sure. Is there even on the Switch one? There probably is a Donkey Kong, right?
I don't know at the
Or has it been on the Wii only
Switch.
or
The
3DS?
last Donkey Kong I played was Nintendo 64.
That's quite a long time. Yeah, true.
That's a
There
long
was
time,
also,
yeah.
yeah, true. I
Donkey
remember
Kong
that as well.
64. Peak
Yeah.
game. Loved it.
Critics Choice. Interesting.
Are you getting a Switch too?
No.
Why not?
One thing.
I mean, apart from the fact that it didn't get a reward for being gaming
Oh, for the
hardware.
game hardware, yes.
Yeah.
No, actually, there are some parts or some points which I don't like, or maybe I don't want to be to like it for that. The one would be the optics. Still,
Mhm.
somehow, in a way, hardware needs to be visually attractive in my
Mhm.
view, and the Switch 2 is not like how it's we had the thing or the talk about the round edges, which I don't mind the round edges. The Switch one also has round edges, but it's more
It's too
clear.
round.
Yeah, it's too round. Yeah, somehow it's too round. It's like a ball, and somehow I don't
Mm.
totally relate to it. The second reason would be that I kind of don't like that it did an upgrade version in a way of the Switch, because I got the Switch one very late, so it felt for me like I got it and then there's another console coming.
Mm,
Where I, maybe due to the fact that I have so many consoles and PC,
mm,
and handhelds, um, that it's just too much for me in such a short time, where I don't want
mm,
to allow me to get another thing, because it would just be lying on the side because I don't have time to play it. And then it would just be like if I throw out the money, for example. And it does not have so much new stuff in a way. It's
mm,
almost the same like what you were talking about, Call of Duty releasing every year. Yeah, it's a fun game, but it does not have something special. So with the Switch, it's the
mm,
same, or the Switch 2. The Wii, the 3DS, they did have their special value point in a way. And then the
mm,
Switch came, which is also different to Wii or Wii U. Wii U had something similar with the tablets and stuff, which is like a pre-made version for the Switch, which later came out as a probably a prototype in a way. But then the Switch 2 doesn't have new things for me. Where I said like, why should I get another console? Like also could be also the thing with Xbox or PlayStation, where it's just better hardware, but the games stay stuck in a way, or new games come out
mm.
more for the newer ones, so it's too consuming maybe in my head. That's why I might
Ah,
not, or I'm not so happy, or like motivated to get a Switch 2, because it's just so much. What about
I
you?
get you. I get you. So one thing is the price. I think 500 euros is a price where I think twice or at least three times about getting a console. Mm, the chances are more likely to get a console when it's a Nintendo console because their games are usually console exclusive. Um,
True.
but still, there's the question: what game? What game should I play on the Switch too? Yeah, there's the Donkey Kong game. There's the new Mario Kart World. Sure, but they are not big games where where I would say I really need to buy this console now. They could probably get me if they do a big Legend of Zelda release,
I think that was actually
but
also the part where a lot of people got the Switch, basically because of the Legend of
yeah,
Zelda announcement, and
yeah.
also Mario Kart in a way.
In the past, new Super Mario or Legend of Zelda games are usually the selling point for a new Nintendo console. For many, not the only selling points. I know there is a variety of games people buy a new console for. So, but I think those two are some drivers why people get a new Nintendo console in the end. Um, that was not happening. Maybe Nintendo made the mistake, at least to get me to release Tears of the Kingdom on the normal Switch and not on the Switch 2. Take it as an opener for the Switch 2. But on the other hand, I would have been super disappointed then because I hate Tears of the Kingdom. I think it's don't like that game. No, so price politics, then what game should I play? And then Nintendo's behavior in general. For example, they added the GameCube games now to Nintendo Switch Online, but only if you get the Switch 2.
Why?
Nobody knows. I don't think even Nintendo knows. I mean, they know they want to sell the game, sell the console. The argument is the GameCube games wouldn't run on the Nintendo Switch, which I think is BS. I call bullshit for that one.
I agree.
Yeah.
And also the
And then
thing, maybe could it also be what you reminded me of, that we had the Switch 1, then we had the Switch OLED, which was thought to be like Switch 2 in a way. And then now we have the official like Switch 2.
mm, I mean, I do feel again if people now got the OLED display Nintendo Switch, they would buy Switch 2 for obvious
Me?
reasons.
I do have the OLED.
I mean, the OLED Switch is still pretty new. I've got one of the first Switch versions. I got that in the Legend of Zelda bundle back then. Yeah,
Yeah, there's the
I'm
Legend of Zelda again. It's a pay point. Oh,
I'm a
hey, hello, Duggar.
yeah, I fall for that sometimes, but uh, so I would have a reason to go into the Switch 2 to get an upgrade. But on the other hand, as you said, I've got a PC. I've got so many things to play, and when I get out my Switch, I play Mario Kart with you guys right now.
Yes.
And then what also disappointed me on the Switch 2, they were promoting the launch of the Switch 2 with games, for example, like Cyberpunk 2077, Star Wars Outlaws, and other third-party games, which were PC-only games. People were celebrating those releases on the Switch 2, and the result was they run like ass,
The performance
which
was
is not
really
good.
like bad in a way because the hardware was not, or the game was maybe not optimized for the Switch or for a console basically.
I don't know what they thought, but Cyberpunk in various places in Cyberpunk, you can't even reach 30 FPS. I don't need 60
Wow.
FPS in a game for to enjoy it, but I think 30 FPS should be the minimum.
Yes. Agreed.
So that was also a marketing point where I was like, uh, what other problems lie beneath this console right now? I don't trust the piece right now. But it was selling good. People say the Switch is not very attractive. People say the Pokemon game, which no, the Pokemon Go was a winner, not the
The
Pokemon
Go
Legends
one,
game.
yeah. But also
Yeah,
they released this year another Pokemon.
the Pokemon game for the Switch 2. People say it's not very
Yes.
good, but they are still buying it, so Nintendo will continue with what they were doing.
Yes. But what was your opinion when you heard that? What was the title? Let me just check. Um,
But my in-ear was
I was
falling out right
still
now.
playing award for PC and console, where it was Minecraft.
Minecraft. I mean, yeah, people are still playing Minecraft, but I don't know.
People still play Minecraft sometimes. Yeah.
Pe- I
Maybe
don't know
it's
what to say. There's not much to say. Yeah, people still play Minecraft, obviously.
or like playing building games, like little bricks, destroy them, build something. And also Philip is like, that's super. So
Das ist
Philipp,
super.
du bist also auch ein Minecraft-Spieler. Wie gesagt, Minecraft hat Still Playing Award PC und Console von den Golden Joystick Awards gewonnen heute.
Hat so einen goldenen Fleischklopfer gekriegt. Dinger sahen echt aus wie Fleischklopfer, ganz ehrlich.
Mhm.
Bam! No, people still play Minecraft. Congrats. And what was the category about Pokemon Go again?
Still Playing Award for mobile.
Yeah. Well, apparently people still play Pokemon Go.
But what about the discussion about mobile? I remember once when Diablo was announcing a mobile game, or many people were like announcing, "Hey, we now have a mobile
Diablo
game."
Immortal. Yeah.
Warzone and also had a mobile, like Call of Duty
Uh,
Mobile, and so many people were rushing to mobile, like, "Hey, we need to go there." Is it still a thing, or did they somehow calm down? Like,
mobile.
hey, okay, it was a phase,
Mobile.
maybe.
Mobile is still a huge market. And whatever you can port to mobile, they will port it to mobile.
I think I saw PUBG even.
Yeah,
On
there's a
mobile.
PUBG for mobile.
Yeah.
Horrible. Horrible. I really have no clue how you put an first person shooter onto mobile.
But that is the thing that I don't quite get. So you're saying the Switch is not like getting the attention, but mobile is. So if I switch my phone, it does have in a small version looks like a Switch. Basically, I do have also the controls on the side on the
I mean,
display.
if you take the phone like this, then it's
Yes.
just a tiny ass Switch.
Yes, and if that is very popular in a way, so why is not the Switch? Maybe because it's in the phone, you have a multi-purpose device in a way. You can call with it, you can play and stuff. That's good point. You cannot call or do messages in some way with the Switch. I get that. But still, I'm wondering in a way.
I think it's a type of game. So one thing Nintendo hasn't started in yet on the Switch is microtransactions. And mobile games are usually just full of microtransactions. And by the way, I don't like the mobile game market because of that. With my ex-girlfriend, she had a little son, and her way of caring for her son was giving him a tablet or mobile phone. And he was
That
playing
he's
those
just
mobile games.
quiet, right? Yeah, he's a.
So he's quiet. And he was constantly banging on those in-game coins. And he even had a monthly budget for in-game coins. I think it was this Clash Royale. No, Clash of Clans. It was. I think now it's called Clash Royale. I don't know. And that's what I don't like about these mobile games. That so many kids play this and get used to microtransactions in this form.
Yeah, that's like what 30 years almost, or like 20 years when Yamba was happening, with the
Yeah.
sounds, which you
Jamba
can easily,
Spabo. Ring, ding,
yeah,
ding, 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 ding,
and
ding, ding,
quickly and
ding.
easily got like the sounds. Gute Nacht, Ayana.
Gute
Oh,
Nacht, Ayana.
und gute Besserung.
Gute Besserung, ja. Wir haben auch
Erhol
schon
dich
über
noch.
4 Stunden durch jetzt.
Ja, wir
Gleich.
haben jetzt, ja, stimmt, wir quatschen irgendwie, das ist echt lustig.
Mir tut der Hintern auch bald weh. Oder langsam weh.
Du hast doch so einen super Stuhl, sag mal.
Ja, aber
Aber
trotzdem,
können
ich
wir.
sitze den ganzen Tag drauf.
Ja, das stimmt, das ist wohl wahr. Aber was wir vergessen haben, wo wir noch gar kein Wort zu gesagt haben, Schedule 1. You have
Schedule
played it.
1.
You have played
I've
it. I
played
have
Schedule
not.
1.
So what is
Okay.
so is it like also from your side a breakthrough award? Was it really like breakthrough? in a way. L- It was
I
definitely
mean,
something new.
I mean, getting building up a drug empire. I mean, Kenron is also playing Schedule One right now. I think it's a very good game and it has something unique to it. I honestly, I haven't seen a game that reminded me very much of Breaking Bad and, building up your empire and just first selling weed and then go to meth cooking and whatever. So I think it deserved a reward. So it's a very fun game. Seriously.
And it does have similar, not like similarities on the way the game is playing, but it, it was not announced so loud, but suddenly, as the same as Repo or Peak, people suddenly start playing it and get addicted by it.
Mhm. So I think the breakthrough reward, if I understood it correctly, it was basically a niche and then all of a sudden got international attention. That I think that was the point of that reward. And yeah, it was basically it was, for me at least, it was completely unannounced. And all of a sudden, just from one day to the other, you all of a sudden see your entire Steam friend list
Yes.
playing Schedule One. It just happened overnight.
I also remember seeing you play it, like, what the hell is he playing? Like, do you need to, like, yes, I need to plant trucks or like cannabis in a way. It's like,
Yeah, I need to plant. I
why
need to grow
should
my weed. I
someone?
need to, yeah.
It has a similar taste, like simulators in a way, where I first don't
It's a
get
bit of
it, and then if you play it, you just get so hooked. So I had a feeling when I watched you, it's like, oh, maybe that's not a good game. If I started, I would not stop or something.
I've got an email here, which is very interesting. Speaking of simulators, by the way, where is that email?
Did I had last
Th-
time that the oh yeah, I did had the
there.
discussion with you with
It's
the
the
pigeon
drywall eating simulator.
drywall eating simulator. So are you eating drywalls?
Yes, so it's a comedic narrative adventure about the pressures of ordinary life and what happens when they get to be too much. Maintain your composure and try to fit into society or don't. And apparently, you also eat drywall in this game.
That is too much depth into this.
Out of frustration, that's something I had.
The life is getting too much. I'm getting to eat drywall. Okay. All right. Oh
Eating
yeah, true. There's also the other true
the,
that chair
the chair,
thingy.
the
Yes.
chair fucking simulator.
Yes. I thought that was a joke and then I saw it.
No, it's not a joke. It actually is a
Oh.
thing.
And also, yeah, we had last time, I think, the discussion about the pigeon simulator,
Pigeon simulator.
pigeon flying simulator or something where it's like, are you like a pigeon where you need to annoy people, shit on their head, or steal their bread? I don't know. But they're
Uh,
getting very creative on those simulators, basically. It's crazy.
it could be a category on the awards. I don't know, best simulator of the year or something.
Or absurd simulators.
Or yeah.
I think we have both variations something. But
There's a
we
simulator for everything. So if you need to simulate something in your life, there is definitely a simulator for that.
oh yeah, true. And I have a feeling that maybe it started last year, right? That the simulators came up so many simulators got published last year and this year. So it's like
Mm.
with the Battle Royale 5 years ago, for example. Now it's the
Yeah.
simulators. Or then the extraction shooters also come in, but also the simulators right now on a sidetrack.
Yeah.
So crazy.
I've got the feeling simulators are here to stay because they seem to be so the ordinary simulator is pretty easy to make, and if you look at them, the assets all look the same. I think they're just using basic assets or standard assets from, for example, the Unity store or the Unreal Engine store. And there's some publishers, Playway, for example, who are releasing, at least it feels to me, a new simulator each month. That's the flow in how
Yes.
simulators are being released. But there are really good simulators out there where people really invest time into the development, which is not just, you slap something together and out you go in 1 month. Power Wash, we talked about that earlier. Power Wash Simulator, you see there is some craft going on in this game. And also smaller things, not the nicest assets, but the supermarket together. We played, when was it, last Saturday? Uh,
True.
it's a very interesting simulator, very basic assets, very basic gameplay, but it's for one, it's free, which I still cannot believe how the developers maintain this for free. And second, they are pushing almost weekly updates on this game.
Also enhancements in a way, like they make
Yeah,
it
not
really like
just
a
bug
full game.
fixes,
Yeah.
not just bug fixes, but also enhancements. You got new products. Every now and then you've got new game features, new yeah. So I'm very amazed how they can keep up with that. Must be some hobby project because I cannot believe they have some kind of investor or secret person paying. And as said, the game is free. You can buy a supporter pack for $4.99, and I think it was $4.99. Yeah,
Yeah, I
and
think it
that's
was
it
close to. And you get
for
like
stupid hats and
and dance
whatever.
moves, movements,
Yeah,
basically.
yeah, stupid dance moves and stupid hats. Yeah. So yeah, that's simulators.
Simulators is a thing, definitely.
All right.
I think we're getting a little tired, right?
I think I'm done with more or less what I want to say.
It was a hard day, true.
It was a nice evening though. It was a
It,
nice show.
absolutely.
Oh,
And
yeah.
also props still to the to
Say no more. Okay.
say no more. What? Oh, regarding simulators. To the host. She was really amazing.
Yeah. She was a good host. Yeah.
It was so fun.
I liked her moderation. I liked her jokes.
Yes.
These jokes were absolutely up my alley. Loved it.
Indeed, it was so fun.
Just absolutely dry and just nonsense.
But
I
still
love
very
that.
energetic. So I liked her energy
Yeah.
in many ways.
Yeah.
It was very catchy.
Just beautiful. Can't complain.
So do
Yeah.
we want to raid out somewhere? Do you have someone?
Oh, let's see who's online. I mean, we can obviously not rate anyone who's streaming this event right now because that event is over, but
Yes, I was
maybe
also
should we?
looking if someone might still be
Ah,
doing it, but it's yeah.
we could check someone who's online from our friends, maybe. Doc Hazard is online.
Who? Wow. The question
Oh,
is, do we want to rate someone who maybe plays Peak or something?
I've got someone who's playing Peak right now.
Is it the same I have? Is this a
I don't know.
Matsasin?
No, I have
Oh,
Joey.
oh no, that's not who I have.
How many views has you won? Your
12.
12th. Should we rate the one with the lowest viewer count?
Yeah, sure, let's do it.
Let's go for Joey.
Okay, you need to send me the the link.
I'll give you the link right now. There you
That is
go.
wonderful. It was so fun. It was also fun to watch the award shows. And
Yeah.
all
I
congratulations
think there's a
to the
next award
winners.
show coming up in 2 weeks.
For real?
Yeah, there's another award show. I need to check in what's that one what
Nice.
what that one is about.
I really liked how I get in that 2 hour frame like a bunch of games when I need to play them.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
But
those games exist.
we definitely need to work on our monthly update.
Or we do a yearly update, yeah, or something like that. Yeah, let's see.
Or 2 monthly.
Or
Like
2
1
monthly could
month
also
we
be
do
quarterly.
1 month we do in English and 1 month we do in German. Who knows how to do it?
Get confused. Get confused.
Yes. So Peak. Streamer's Choice winner, by the way. Also best multiplayer game.
What do I have? Best multiplayer game, exactly. I also wrote some down.
Yeah, best
Streamer's
multiplayer game
choice.
and
Yeah. That's it. Yeah. Those were these.
that's
The other
who
one was Repo. Best early
the
access
other one
game.
was. Yeah. So that's what we are going to rate if anyone wants to watch a little bit of
And
Peak.
Chen said he wanted to try it out at some point if he finds people. So shout out to all the
Yeah.
people who want to play Peak with him.
Yeah, if anyone wants to play Peak, drop into the Discord. And say hello. Maybe if we can find a group to play Peak or even Repo.
That would be kind of fun, yeah.
All right, let's get this raid going. Duck, it was a pleasure doing this with you again.
As always, honor, pleasure, awesome, fun, everything in between. Loved it.
Yeah.
Appreciated.
And to all the viewers out there, thank you so much for hanging out with us. On Twitch, we're going to raid over to Joey, so make sure to copy one of the raid messages either in Duck's channel or on my channel. Spam those messages, spam those emotes, say hello. And yeah.
Have a wonderful day. Soon weekend. Enjoy. Take care of yourself.
Bye.
Goodbye.
See you on the next one.
Bye bye.